Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. My name is IJ.
And I'm Dior.
And tonight we're going to give you our review of The Housewives of the Potomac,
Mhm.
episodes, season 6, episode 10. So, Dior, tell me what you thought about this birthday party that Giselle had for her bestie.
I mean, it was good. I think, it ended well. So that's really good. They all cheers at the end. So there's a little drama, but then, at the end, they all got along in order to serve the
Well,
purpose of celebrating Robin.
right, right. So, in this day and age, people, you cannot do such things as body shaming, especially when you're trying to reset and redo your whole personality and how people view you. So
Mhm.
here we have little Miss Candace, who last episode was like wide body, wide forehead to poor little Ashley, who just birthed a child. And she's
You
calling her
know,
wide body.
it took me a long time to figure out what she was saying. I thought she was calling her a Y body. And I was like, what is that? I think it was only when I was watching something on YouTube that I was like, oh, she said wide.
Yeah, wasn't that rude? But like you said before to me, Ashley took that well.
Yeah, she did. She took it very well. She kind of like laughed it off. I mean, she got back at Candace and, called her out on it, but I mean, she
Uh-huh.
kind of laughed, brushed it off her shoulders, and that's really
Right, which I thought was really, really, mature of her because
Mhm.
other people would have taken it to another level, myself included. But that's not what we're here to talk about me.
I think it's just a
So,
mutual understanding. It seems like there's a mutual understanding that they don't care for one another. And
right. That you know what, you hit it on the head. A mutual understanding that I don't like you and you don't like me, and that's okay.
mhm.
Very good. Yeah. So, Mia, what do you think about Mia bringing down the message of Karen needs an apology?
I think Mia should have told Karen, you know that she was not wishing death on your husband, and you just need to drop this. I think that's
I
what
know.
Mia should have told Karen and not translate it or bringing her messages over from God knows where. I mean, I think Karen, before the season started, must have like watched all the seasons to figure out something that she couldn't. She wanted to be mad at Giselle over because
Yeah, I can't figure
goodness.
it out. Yeah. I mean, like, I just, the whole entire thing before, I used to not like Giselle in the prior seasons, but the last two seasons, Giselle has grown on me. And I'm starting to be like, Karen, you just doing too much. And I just am starting not to be a Karen fan anymore. Okay, I'm not a Karen fan, just keep it real now anymore. But yeah, that whole entire thing is too much. But let's go on.
Mhm.
Then next we get to the little Surrey video. I was like, what is going on here, people?
First of all,
What in the
like the
tourism
producer
going
said,
on?
why are you filming a tourism video about Surrey and Potomac or wherever she
Because
was?
this is what Karen should have said. Well, I'm just a bit too lazy and I don't feel like going to Surrey because there's nothing there to do.
Or nothing
That's
there
the
to see, which is why
see,
you shouldn't be doing a tourism. Yeah.
right. And that's for real, the real reason. But
I,
Karen being politically right, politically, answered her questions politically in the right way. I'm Surrey, and Surrey's a part of me. So wherever I go is Surrey.
that was
I
BS.
laughed.
I laughed at how she was telling us that a peanut was in a shell. Like we don't know. Like the planter's peanut has the shell on it. So how would we not know? Girl,
She,
you're not telling us anything
mm-mm.
special.
But right. But before I was wondering, why did they give her a key? What is the big deal? They gave her a key to help tourism. They wanted people to start coming to Surrey.
You know why they gave her a key? Because Karen called them and asked them if they could give her a key. And she said she'll put them on the show. That is why they gave her a key. Because
Girl,
I don't
you
think
are cruel.
county, or I don't even know what the city is, but I don't think that they are too pressed about tourism because it's probably not big enough for them to care.
Wow, that was good.
And if people are coming there for peanuts and ham, like I don't think that, did they say ham?
Yeah, I know they said peanuts. I don't know about ham,
It
but
was
when they
either
said,
ham or I know she mentioned something about the sea. And I'm like, well, all the places on the coast get their fish from the sea. What? Girl, bye.
bye. You know what? They're gonna be like, Karen, we need that key back. This isn't working out. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny. But I did want to say something that made me upset when Karen was doing that taping. She said, I know the reason why I wasn't invited to Robin's party was because of Giselle. No, Karen, you weren't invited to Robin's party because, girl, you didn't even say happy birthday to her. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Well, and it was because of Giselle, but she made it seem like Robin didn't invite her. And I'm tired of people, because this happened, maybe it was in Real Housewives of Atlanta or some other thing where someone else was hosting and responsible for the invitation.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay. And so you can't be mad at the person of honor if they weren't even in charge of
The invitations.
the invitations
Or
at
the party,
all.
for that matter.
So
Right.
yes, Giselle doesn't like you, so no, she's not going to invite you. And I don't care
Right.
whose party it is. If I'm in charge of it, I'm not inviting you because I don't like you.
And you know, it's my bestie's party. And if I don't like you, that means my bestie doesn't like you. So that's how I roll. So, you know, you're not coming. So, so now we go on to a more serious note. Wendy and her husband and her kids playing outside.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was nice of them having family time playing. I
Yeah.
wanted to say your sons need to go into football practice so they can learn to throw and catch. But I was also touched that the family was out there playing together. A family that plays together stays together. So I thought that was really nice to show the family interacting. What
Mm-hmm.
did you think about the son's question?
You're going to have to refresh me on what that question was.
The question was about policemen and
Hmm.
how, you know, can he trust policemen? Basically, is, you know, if he goes outside, will policemen see him as a bad person and might kill him?
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately, that's that's a conversation that a lot of Black parents have to have with their boys and girls at this point.
mhm.
In these days, well, probably for decades actually, but right now, it's really publicized. We have social media that's making it a household topic. And so I think it's good that they showed it on the show, just how they approach that discussion with their sons.
Right. I mean, we had that discussion with our son when we were living in the state of Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we had that discussion with him. And I remember one day him and I were driving to Salt Lake City, Utah. And
Mm-hmm.
as we were driving, a policeman had his lights on to pull us over.
Mm-hmm.
We were both so scared. We were both so scared. I called my husband and had him on the phone, on speakerphone. I said, Keith, the police pulled us over. He goes, all right, just keep me on speakerphone. Just keep me on speakerphone. So the policeman was actually so super nice. Didn't even give us a ticket, said, young man, you know, you got to slow down. You have your mom in the car. You make sure that she's safe. You know, nowhere you're going in Salt Lake City is more important than you and your mom being safe. And he's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, oh, so not all policemen are bad. There's some that are bad. Those few that give policemen a bad name. But we do have to give our sons and our daughters, because we had the same talk with Kaylin and Vivica about, you know, policemen and how other people treat you and being Black in white society.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a long talk with them about that, especially where our kids grew up. They grew up in white neighborhoods, in white school districts, in white towns. So they always knew you're Black no matter what. So yeah, so I thought it was refreshing that Wendy and her family talked about it. And we did get to see Wendy being a commentator on TV. So It was a short little stint, but
I
it
was
was
gonna say I
something.
missed it, but okay, good. I have seen
So,
some clips of her though. I was looking at on her Instagram page maybe a couple of weeks ago and
uh-huh.
like scrolling through, and then I saw some of her little clips on CNN.
Right, 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 right. And so after we got done seeing them playing outside and her husband and the kids playing and her cute little daughter playing, it was really cute. Um, the next scene was just a quiet scene of
Candace and was it Candace and her husband?
Candace and her husband,
Mm-hmm.
Candace and her husband talking about, at first her coming home and selling her stuff down and him saying, hey, how was your day, or something like that, and she just like basically like, oh, it's okay, and then them just talking, and it was just like, anger, but when he was talking, it so reminded me of how sometimes people communicate to each other and you're not really hearing the other person. He's saying, you're not taking me seriously and what I do serious. It's
Mm-hmm.
only about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I mean, I don't know what I think we still are not clear exactly what he's doing professionally. It sounds like he is, he does have like catering engagements or and things like that, but maybe he's trying to figure himself out professionally, like what he wants to do, what his
Mm-hmm.
focus will be. And I mean, he may even be a little kind of depressed because I mean, he is supporting her in his managerial role, but he probably wants to have his own like separate identity and continue to do the things that he, is good at. But maybe he's having some challenges, especially during COVID. I mean, there weren't that many events. So, he's probably catering a lot less.
A
Restaurants
lot of
were limited in capacity. So, I think she should probably talk to him to see, like, how he's feeling about everything and how to see how she can help him make how she can help him feel more valuable or valued in the support he's providing her,
right.
and just support the things that he wants to do because he probably doesn't get a lot of opportunity to do it right now.
Right. I totally agree with you. And yeah, he's cooking and he's teaching people how to cook on Zoom or YouTube or whatnot. And he's taking classes, giving people classes and so forth and catering. But she needs to stop. Right now, I know she's all about herself and how much money they've spent and all about her acting and her singing and the video, and she needs him to support her, like he's her anchor and makes her feel safe and she can do this stuff with him there because he'll take care of all the issues like nobody else will. But
Mm-hmm.
she needs to, like you said, also think about him and his space and what he's doing. And she said, are you drinking? And it was like 4:58 and he had some alcohol, and maybe that's a sign of depression. Like you said, we don't know. He did look better this episode though.
Like 4:58 is a reasonable time to drink.
Yes. They have happy hour, starts at 4 o'clock, sometimes
As
3:30.
long as he's not working, like.
Yeah, he's at home, but he's drinking home alone. Is that something to be concerned about? But he did look better today during this episode. And by the end of their discussion, I think she began to hear him. I think she began to hear him by the end of the discussion. So, I think that was good as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes and what happens with that. And then Robin went to go see a therapist. What did you think about
Her
that?
life coach.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, oh well, I thought it was good that she was going to go see the life coach and that, she was open to, I mean, because it's not going to help you to see a therapist or a life coach or anything if you're not honest and vulnerable, so that they can really identify what your issues are. So they tapped into like why she, was afraid, of growing her business. And that was because she had the friend, I think we talked about it in last week's episode. But the person that was managing her money, which I don't think I realized was a good friend of hers.
Right, right.
And so, it's like, yeah, if you can't trust your friends, then who can you trust?
Trust, right.
But yes, it's good that she recognizes that she does need to take some additional steps to grow her business. And hopefully she does do that. But I hope she continues to see the life coach, and I hope that, she can get that motivation that she needs. Because it not only will help her business, but it sounds like it'll help her relationship as well.
And I think that's something that you said, that seeing that life coach could potentially help her business and her relationship, because she did touch on the subject that, her fiance, and the life coach is like, are you guys doing wedding plans and so forth? And he's probably not doing any wedding plans right now. But, she's looking to him to support her during her troubled times. And she feels like she's not getting the type of support that she needs at this time. When he was having issues with finding a job, finding stability, she was there supporting him, how she thinks he needed to be supported.
Mm-hmm.
And she expects the same back. But maybe he's thinking he's supporting her by saying, hey, Robin, get up. Hey, Robin, why aren't you doing this? Hey, Robin, why aren't you doing that? Mm-hmm. He might think that he's actually supporting her, but for her, it's not what she needs right now.
Mm-hmm. So she needs to be able to communicate what she does need from him and what's not working. And so it sounds like she had a plan to do that as well. So that's good.
Yeah. So I think that was good. Because sometimes
hopefully we'll see her in Macy's and TJ Maxx.
I know, right. Yeah, I really do. I would love to buy her hat at TJ Maxx. I would. Yeah, I'd have to corner my hair back so it can fit on my head, but yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. So I think the only other thing that really happened was the party, right?
The goddess lunch.
Yeah, the goddess party, the goddess luncheon at the park. Mm-hmm. I thought that was nice for Mia to have, right?
Yeah, it was really cute. They all, I don't think I was expecting them to like dress up, but they all dressed up, and she had like headpieces for them. So that was really good.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about Giselle's outfit?
I don't remember it. I don't pay attention to people's outfits.
I should just move you on over, okay?
Just you and you see. I don't like analyze people's outfits. I only noticed Ascala's because she mentioned that she was like,
Ethiopian,
doing the Ethiopian goddess look. Something I looked at it, but otherwise I'm just like, yeah. Oh, I noticed Robin's too because they pointed it out. Like, they said, oh, I really like Robin's dress. So I understand.
I didn't think there was anything special about Robin's outfit, but Giselle's outfit was, I personally thought it was really bang. I loved it. I thought, okay, Giselle, I see you doing something.
What was it? A dress?
It was a dress that had a lot of print on it, and it was flowing. She looked good in it. Wendy looked good in her dress too. I loved Wendy's outfit. I've always wanted to wear the type of outfit that Wendy's wearing. Maybe in 3 months, I might be able to wear it, but it'll be too cold. But I'm still gonna wear it anyways. Still gonna get it and wear it anyways if I can. But no, it was really, I loved Wendy's outfit, and I loved Wendy's hair, because I'm a curly hair girl, love curly hair. Matter of fact, your hair is looking super cute today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, got those curls popping. But they did do a clip. Wow, I was shocked. When Karen came on, they showed her outfit, then they dropped down to the foot, and they showed that her pants were so long, she was stepping all up in them.
Oh.
Like they were that long. Mm-hmm. And so you could tell that it might have been custom fit for her, but I don't know, but she needed to go get them fixed. Yeah. I was just like, girl, why are you walking out like that? But nonetheless, Ashley brought her little son to the event.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you bringing the baby outside? I don't know. I mean, you could bring the baby outside, but I just to a luncheon party where you don't really know what's going to happen. I don't know. You know how these women are. I don't know.
Maybe
I
she
wouldn't.
brought him to keep the peace.
Maybe so that she could have done that. And what did you think about Candace's hair? Wow, Dior.
I
I
feel
think I
like
would
you
be
should just
jealous.
say what you think about people's things. Don't ask me. I'm not the hair
Well,
critic,
Candace had a
fashion
short,
critic.
pixie little cut
Oh
with a
yes,
nice.
yes, yes. I remember. Okay. Yes, they
It
called it
looked
the
like
Diana
something
Ross.
you would, like my mom would wear.
She I mean I think anything looks cute on she's a pretty girl, so I think any haircut looks cute on her. But it was
Uh-huh.
well, yeah, she said it was like kind of a 70s look, and it was for her music video, which I would be interested to see. It wasn't the drive back one, so it was whatever the other one was. I did actually see the drive back video, but
How
I
was it?
didn't realize that that was the one that I didn't watch the whole video. But I'm gonna go back and look at it because I want to see if the girls are in there.
Was that the video the girls were supposed to be in?
Mm-hmm. Drive back, drive back.
Was it a good video?
From the begin, like the part that I saw, yes. So it's like they went into a diner. She went into a diner with her boyfriend, I guess, and they
Mm-hmm.
sat down and they were about to order. I didn't really like she had too much like makeup, her lashes. It was just too much because she has a small face. I saw
Mm-hmm.
that someone said that in the comments of her video, and that's when I was like, yes, that's like she's very like she has a very petite face. So when she puts all of that makeup on and all that extra stuff, which she doesn't need, it's a lot. But I digress.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're in the diner, and then the waitress comes over to take their order, but the waitress is like eyeing her boyfriend, and the boyfriend is like eyeing her back. But Candace doesn't notice at first because she's looking at the
Menu.
menu, and then she notices and she walks out, and then she's like singing in the street, like on the sidewalk. But I'm guessing she goes back to him because isn't it about going back a few times?
I guess
I didn't watch
so.
the whole thing and I didn't see the lady, so I'm gonna finish it.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. It's on YouTube.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's on YouTube. You know, sinuses are really bad right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay, I'm
Um,
gonna check it out.
yeah, but yeah, I mean it was okay. It was just old fashioned a little bit, but
Okay, and that's the hairstyle she had in that video.
not that video because that wasn't. It was whatever video she was gonna film that day. She said she was gonna film Drive Back later that week.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what the other song is.
Okay. Wow, Candace is doing her thing.
Yeah,
All
which I'm
right.
surprised. Like I'm like okay.
Okay. So the goddess luncheon, what did you think about that?
Um, first of all, when Mia said that she wanted everybody to go around and say something nice about everybody, I first of all, I struggle, especially if I don't like you. It's gonna be hard. Don't do that to me. Don't put me on the
Don't
spot.
ever do that to
If
me,
you want
please.
me to say nice things about anybody, just say to the person to the right or to the left or something like that. Just give me one person to say something nice about. I don't want to go around and say something nice about everybody. Bless you.
Sorry.
Um, so yeah, and thankfully they didn't show us what everybody said about everyone.
I was so afraid they were going to do that. I was like, oh, please, Lord, no.
I guess they
No.
showed us the highlights. So Ashley, started off with Candace,
Mm-hmm.
and Candace said something nice about Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Which I was surprised that they were able to say something decent about each other. I think Ashley doesn't really care anymore.
oh yeah, she doesn't. Oh, the crazy thing is that they came on as friends, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
Ashley brought Candace on because they were like pageants together.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's sad that their relationship has gotten to the point that it is at right now. But
Right, right.
yeah, and then Karen, she just
Grand Dame. The Grand
so
Dame.
if anybody said anything nice to her, she's like, yeah,
I wanted with the one girl, the Ethiopian
Escala.
girl, what's Escala. I
Mhm.
want to thank you for taking me under your wings, Karen, and just being
That's what
there.
Karen wants. She wants people to like just kind of be so gracious. And
Beholden to her.
I just
Yes, I
don't understand because
understand.
I'm like, what did she do for you?
I know. I would
According
like
to
to
you,
know.
you already had businesses and stuff. So what did Karen do for you in the
And
3 nights that y'all were in that little cottage? Because I mean, that's the only interactions they've had, right?
Wendy needs to ask, what did Karen do for me? But tell
Stealing my
me,
candle idea.
that's what I wanted to say. That's what Karen did for her. But yet she's still friends with Karen.
I'm waiting for her to say something about it. She needs to say something about it.
She's not. She's right now, her main storyline is her and Giselle's little beef that's like done and over with. It's so stupid.
I do like that they were able to kind of talk that through. And even though, they're not cool or anything, they've reached an understanding.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think that's good. And then Giselle and Karen have reached some type of understanding.
I think it because Giselle finally opened up
She
about
did.
her and Jamal's relationship,
Mhm.
and how it impacted her kids and hurt their kids. And Karen really didn't want to say sorry, but because somebody said the word kids, children, Karen then felt like, okay, I have to say something, but let me make sure people understand that it's not saying sorry to Giselle. I was scared for a minute. Is that your dog walking in? Oh, I was
She's
like,
been
oh,
under my bed and she gets kind of feisty when she's under there. So now I guess.
your door said, "Ee." I was
Yeah.
like, Christian, who is there that I don't know about? But no. So I thought that was really good. And I thought that took a lot for Giselle. I think Giselle's really private, don't you think?
She is, and I feel like she has a right to be. You know, especially for people that just seem to want to like feed off of negative things that happens to you. And I know that she brings up stuff that happened to other people, but they also can reserve the right to keep their information to themselves too.
Okay.
I mean, it won't make it an interesting show or anything if everyone's being private, but yeah, I mean, she in a I guess based on everybody's response, she's just one of those people that she's not very vulnerable. She doesn't show her emotions a lot. And, we
Mhm.
all know those people, like my little sister, like I pick on her because I'm like, oh, you never cry or, so I'm just like, oh, you're like a little thug because you don't have any emotions. I mean, and that's not true, but it's just like, some people are really sensitive and some people are
Uh-huh.
just the thing is probably like she's probably been hurt so much that she's built a wall up, which is sad. But everybody goes through their own things, and I don't think no one owes it to you. Well, so for the person that you're married to, no one owes
Mhm.
it to you to be vulnerable. Unless you live in their house or you're supporting them in some type of way, but
Mhm.
um, so it was good that she did it. Everyone could see the softer side of her, but
Mhm. Right, right. Well, everybody, this was the episode of communication and forgiveness.
well,
Ashley forgave Candace for calling her a wide load. Giselle and and what's our Nigerian princess's name?
Wendy,
Giselle and Wendy came to some type of understanding. And I don't even want to say that Giselle and Karen came to an understanding because still don't feel like they came to an understanding.
we
They
just
came
have
to
a path forward, hopefully, for all of our ladies, and we can
Mhm.
see how that progresses
Yes,
during the
yes,
rest of the season.
right. But we will see you on Wednesday for,
Married at First Sight,
and also follow us on,
Instagram at The Real on the Real. Don't
yes,
forget to like our channel, comment below, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and have a good night.
Bye.